Hello guys, welcome back to this series on HTML language. In this video, we will learn something very important in web, which is HTML images. So let's start. Images can improve the design and the appearance of your web page. So how to do this image? There is a special tag that we call img tag, is used to add image in your web page. So image, they don't have a closing tag. It's enough to open the tag img, and we can add our image. Also, when we will use img tag, we have to add two required attributes. We have source and alt. The source specifies the path of the image. So we have to tell the compiler where is our image, the location of our image to find it. And alt specify an alternative information of our image. For example, if there is a problem with the image, if our image doesn't appear in our web page, we will get this text that will give us informations about our image. Let's start with the first example and you will understand better. The first thing that you have to do, you have to register your page, Sublime Text page, and the image in the same folder to not have location problems. Let's start like this. We have our Sublime Text. We register our Sublime Text in the folder, for example, that I call it Video 8, and the image also that I want to add must be in this folder. Let's start. This is the tag image. Here the source, I have to give the name of my image. Here, for example, the name of my image here, I will add this first image, image1.jpg. Let's add the image. We have image1.jpg. And here I have to add also the attribute alt. For example, cartoon image. It's just an example. It's just information about this image. It's like to describe this image. So let's execute. It is as follow. We have, this is the image. We add the image. We have our image as result. Okay. So it's so simple. To add an image in your web page, you will just use the image tag, add the source. It's very important to add the source of your image. Otherwise, you cannot get the image in your website. So we have to tell the compiler where to find our image. So here, image1, JPG, and alt its information about our image. Now we can change the size of this image. There is two ways. We can use the style attribute that we already used in the previous video to specify the width and the height of our image. So we come here and we add style. Here we can add the height or the width, for example, width. For example, we can add it like 500 px. It's just an example. And the height, for example, here 600 px. Let's see the result. As you can see here, the size of our image is changed. So it's according to your need. You will change the height and the width of your image. Let's change it again to 300 to not lose the quality of our image. As you can see here, this is the size that we choose. Also, we can use directly width and height attribute without using style. Let's try this example. We have here, directly without using style, we have width 500. We don't have to add px, and we have height. For example, also 500. You can see here that the size is changed also. So it's up to you. You can use style and use the attribute width and height, or you can use directly width and height, and you have to respect the different syntax. Now let's try to add the other images and see the result. Here, for example, we have, this is the first image. The second, it's image 2. And here we have the third image. For example, we will add 3 images. We have here, as you can see, 1, 2, 3. We have 3 images. Now to understand better this alt attribute, here I delete the name of my image. I didn't give the source of the image. And here I just left the alt cartoon image. When I execute, you can see that there is no image, but we have here cartoon image. So we can see the alt, the text inside the alt, just if we don't have the access to our image. I hope you understand better the idea of this alt attribute. If you want to add image from another folder, not from the basic folder, let's explain. Here we have my folder video 8, and here I create a subfolder that I called images. Inside I upload some image. So I want to add, for example, this image or the first one from this subfolder. So I have to add the folder name in the source attribute. So here my folder subfolder name is images. So I have to include it in my source. So here in the source, I have to give the name of my subfolder. It's images. And I have, for example, I will take the image that I called i2 GPG. When I actualize, you can see here my folder, okay? And here my image, sorry. When I actualize, you can see here the image i2. Now let's pass to another step. We can use background image on an HTML element. For example, I have a paragraph, and as background I want to put an image. How we can do that? It's so simple. We will use the background image attribute. So we have here, let's delete this sentence. We have here, for example, let's add a title, my H2 title. For example, background image. And here I will add a paragraph P. Here I have to use the style attribute. Inside I have background image. There is a special attribute that we call background image. Inside I have to add an URL to my image URL, and here I will give the name of my image, for example, image1.jpg. Now let's add my text. I have to add a paragraph. Let's, for example, take an example of poem. Let me call it from internet. Here it's a poem. After I close my tag, p tag, let's actualize and see the result. As you can see here, we have our paragraph, not in poem form, in normal paragraph, and I have here the background image repeated. There is a lot of attribute or details to add to just have one image, not a lot of image, repeated image. We will see this step by step. I hope you understand this image lesson. We will for sure add a lot of things about this image lesson when we will start the CSS lessons. And please, if you have any question, write me a comment, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel to be notified for next video. Thank you so much, and see you in next video.